Hi guys, it's been a while. I don't know if I feel better than I used to feel or not, but I do feel hungry. So come with me while I make a food. This might be chaos because I'm still coming out of depression, which even though the depression's not there, the lack of habits and routines is still there. So I'm working on that. So yeah, hungry, need some protein, want something salty and savory, maybe a way to carry a vegetable because vegetables are supposed to be good for us. All right, I think I will make a quick noodle soup. Like ramen, only not the ramen. Gluten reduced. I wouldn't say I'm gluten free, I'm gluten reduced. I pick and choose when I want to go through that battle. And I am also dairy reduced. Very definitely cheese reduced, not always cheese free. 80/20. 80% you're good so that 20% of the time you can have flavor. Anyway, I will show you a couple of things I've found on my cheese free vert journey. But I'm not really cheese free. I just try to figure out how to hack my way past it. So, yeah, Kim Morgan, stop explaining, start cooking. I'm very hungry. Anyway, move you guys over to the side a little bit. Down in the cupboards, I shot my baby. Noodles. Oh, wait. Dried mushrooms. That sounds tasty. Oh, that one in there first. Dun, 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 Noodles. Dried mushrooms. I also found mushrooms dry very easily. And if you take the fresh, still wet ones and you stick them out in the sunshine for half an hour to an hour before you cut them up, or you could probably cut them up and then put them out there. They're supposed to gather vitamin D like our sunshine does. So they're a way that you can add a little bit more vitamin D to your daily diet. This looks like I've got a mustache. Oh, I guess I do. Definitely got a pimple. And a weird mole. It's my witch's spot. It's how I know I'm old enough to be a crone. And I can wear crazy things and do weird stuff to my hair, like, not dye my grays. Tangents, Morgan, tangents. Food. Okay. I got noodles. I got some mushrooms. The reason why I thought that is because I bought some mushrooms from the grocery store, just the basic baby portobello type things. Set them out in the sunshine. I have no way to test if there's vitamin D in them or not. I'm just, the internet says things and it's, not injecting light or bleach into my body, so it probably is not unhealthy. Golly, I've had this bucket of mushrooms for forever. Break that stupid, pointless thing off. What do we got in here? Oh, wow. These look like they might be parts of chanterelles. I smell some candy cat mushrooms in here. Let's see. Oh, these are part of Boletus. You can tell by how their pores are set up. They smell earthy, but they also have like a maple syrup smell to them. I'm pretty sure these are the candy cap mushrooms that I found. I guess people use them in, I think I'll use these. People use them in cooking desserts, kind of like how you would truffles, because they add a nice scent to whatever dessert they're cooking. Talking about candy cap mushrooms. Okay. What else do I need? I need a bit of protein. I need more counter space. That's what Morgan needs. Show my baby. Freezer time. So, I guess I can do some beef with tendon, or I could do this steamboat assortment. That's a lot to cook up right now. This, I can portion this out and have a couple of meatballs. Okay, Morgan, you are analyzing stuff that doesn't need to be analyzed. That means I'm hungry. I'm hungry! Okay. Since I's down here, let's grab some vegetables. I've got some chopped up spinach. I have some peas and carrots. And I've got some onions. A bowl to defrost my meatballs. Balls of meat that you wouldn't want to eat. No, these things are delicious. That's not what I meant. It's from a kid's song. The wording was slabs of meat that you wouldn't want to eat. It had something to do with some very manly like lady with very big feet. Slabs of meat that you wouldn't want to eat. Rivers. Let's get that with some warm water in it. Dry off your hands yet again. Okay, so while those things are defrosting a skosh, we can talk about some things. This is pretty tasty. It's a little bit sweet. I thought it would be mostly very chili. It's called gochujang. Gochujang. It's a Korean-based not hot sauce, like a chili powder. Calls it hot pepper paste. I can smell sesame. It smells a little bit like apricot jam. Definitely has that red chili smell to it. It smells a little bit fermented, like a little bit of like miso soup smell. A little bit sweet. Has kind of like a toasted pepper flavor and a bit of heat. Not unbearable. Maybe if ketchup is spicy to you, it won't be good, but if you ever use hot sauce in your life, totally a good ingredient. It has a funk to it, which as a cheese lover who's not allowed to eat cheese, tastes pretty good. Also found this. It is, these are not gluten-free. They're like, gluten was used in the making of one of the ingredients that's in it. So it's not gluten-free. So celiacs, I'm sorry. And this, it just says to peel back the container a little bit. Then you can look at it in there. It's very dark. The soy, you can smell the soy, the fermented soy sauce. Not spicy. A little bit sweet. You know how like soy sauce has a sweetness to it? And then it has that soy sauce saltiness in it. This also has chunks of beans in it. I learned it when I added this to some mashed potatoes. It was like wanting a cheesiness to my mashed potatoes, and I added some of this, and it was very delicious, and that was how I learned that there were chunks of beans in it. Another thing that's good for adding a cheese-like flavor is miso paste. Comes in all sorts of types and colors. I think this one is a white miso paste. I think there's like a red miso paste. But this keeps in the refrigerator for forever. I think I've had it for maybe a year and a half or something. And I just take a spoonful out and add it to things when I'm making it. Adding things like fish into some dishes can add like the oily flavor of cheese. Is oily a flavor? I don't know. For texture people, you'll know what I mean. And then another thing that I use on the regular to kind of add a cheesiness to it is nutrition yeast. I don't use this in soups. I usually use this on dry things like in those mashed potatoes I talked about. Also very great on popcorn and other snacks like that. Just nutrition yeast. It even says cheesy, savory seasoning without the dairy. But yeah, this is like a beat up old reused container. I found nutrition yeast at the bulk store, so I just keep refilling it. Yeah, so we got meatballs, we've got some dried mushrooms, and we got some sauce flavors. Oh, I also have some of these better than bouillon type things. I've got a beef one, a vegetable one, an onion one, and roasted chicken flavor. So they are good for when you want to make a non-ramen ramen. Just a quick way of making a flavorful broth that you can throw noodles in. That's what ramen is, right? I mean, like, I know there's like this art of ramen, but like, sometimes you're just hungry. Okay, Morgan. Enough jibber jabber. Let's get at her. Alrighty. My messy tiny kitchen. I think that little kitchens get messier faster because it takes less stuff to make them look messy. My perpetual skillet has bacon grease in it. It's I've been taking a chicken thigh and putting it in there, and you season the side that's up, you flip it over, and basically bacon grease fried chicken thighs. Delicious. Smells a little bit weird. We will not cook in that. I have this pot that I got. It's a Asian food pot, but like my lid broke. Arrgh. That's very annoying. Okay. Slabs of meat you wouldn't want to eat. Get a pan. Oh my goodness. Clean pan. I live on a farm. Things get dusty. Even when they're in a closed door cupboard. Just happens. Okay. Mizu. You know what? You're kind of in the way over there. Let's put you over here. What should we do first? I think we should... Oh, I'll get another pot and rehydrate the mushrooms. Little pot. Put you over here. Throw this weird can that used to have bacon grease in it away. Can you hear that growling? It's the sound of a garage door below me opening. Okay, let's turn you on. Because food is exciting. I'll also turn you on. Dun-dun-dun. Trying a new avocado oil. It's not the brand that I normally get, but it was what was available at the bulk food store. Maybe someday I will figure out a way to be able to buy bulk oil. Until then, look at how greasy my stove is. Can you see that? Can you see that? The burner is smoking. Some onion. That's just steam. Fret not. Turn you down, bitch. Onions. So, for a long time, I felt bad buying pre-chopped onions and pre-chopped frozen onions. Most of the way that I cook them is like this, so it's not like I'm using them on salads. And, yeah, the tax of not feeding myself because I'm too lazy is higher than the tax of paying a couple cents more for the convenience of something in my freezer that's not going to go bad on me. So, yeah. Anyway, just a thought. If you struggle to force yourself to eat salad, if you buy pre-made salads, maybe it'll be easier to eat a salad. You won't be eating salad every day. You might have 2 of them a week, but eventually your nutrition levels will build up and you'll have the ability to make salads. Maybe? That water's getting warm. Water's getting warm. Water's getting warm. Oh, yeah, these guys smell very rich and meaty. I wish that I could do a smell-o-vision with you guys. But can you see these Anyway, these are polypore mushrooms. I can see the little pores in them, which is how I know it's most likely a boletus. Boletus. Good bit for a soup. And these ones, I bought these at the grocery store, exposed them to the sun, made the vitamin D in theory. So we know what theories are. Just a little bit of proof away from a fallacy. Okay, maybe not in science, but like other theories. Although nutrition should be science, but for some reason it's glommed onto by I don't know, not mainstream media, that's not the word that I want to use. I want to say hucksters. Yeah, I would say that some of the nutrition people are hucksters, snake oil salesmen, goopy gurus. On yawns, all sweating down. Let's dunk you, guys. Come on, shrooms. Stop floating. Isn't that a part of a lyric? Start dancing. Start something. I don't know. Put a lid on the mushrooms. Help them hydrate just a little bit faster. If I could find my stoop. Oh. It is in the dishwasher. Philly Morgan. Kicks are for trids. You're smiling when you're smiling. Oh, the whole world smiles with you. But when you're crying, you bring on the rain. So start just smiling. Be happy again. Put a little gochujang in there. Gochujang. 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 Because I live by myself, I can lick my spoons and then put them into something else. Whoo-wee! Good old dose of this bean paste. Since I'm using the bean paste, I won't use the miso paste. So I'm going to put that back in the fridge. Pardon my reach. Gochujang! Bean paste gone! Oh. Miso away! Ooh, hey. Got some of my pickled garlics. Chop them mammer jammers up and add them in there. This is just garlic and salt. Quite delicious, very simple. It doesn't even need to be refrigerated, but I do because, you know, I take forever to get through my food. I think I may have initially have put it in with some, like, I was pickling some kale and oh, I can add some of that stuff in there now too. I made some big crocks of fermented greens, which is just salt and a bit of water. And of course I added garlic in there just because, like, all food needs garlic. Come on. Garlic. story about this knife. I rescued it from my dad's house. If people have followed or haven't followed, my dad is now in a care facility. He ended up having a toe start going bad and ended up with his whole foot amputated, halfway up his shin. So he's in a care facility because his house was not habitable. His house was not habitable for a normal person, let alone for a person who needed to be in a wheelchair. Over the last few decades, Dad let his place start rotting. Lots of water damage. He's down on the Oregon coast, so there is a lot of rainfall, and just over time, it got some leaks in it, and then parts of is a like a mobile home, like a 1960 something mobile home. So basically built like a modern camper RV. And so got some water onto some spots that weren't designed to have water on them. And he never really fixed it. And eventually what ended up happening is all of that, the pressed board stuff, like all the old plywoody type stuff, all got very spongy. Bone meatballs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for good luck. Put these back in the fridge. So I've been going down from time to time to work on clearing out his house. He's been in the care facility. Well, last time he was at his house was like a year and a half ago. I don't always have time and or money, and very rarely do I have both at the same time, to go down and work on his place. So when I do go, I try to make it worthwhile. And this knife, it's Chicago Cutlery. I think it's maybe from the 70s or something. I brought it home here to the farm, and I asked my uncle, "Oh, this is a pretty good knife." And my uncle said, "No, that's garbage." So I was like, "Okay, whatever." And so I took it up, and like all the wood was really dried out, so I soaked it in mineral oil, just mineral spirits oil, and did that for like about a week. Just basically set it into a jar with mineral oil on it, and then I kind of gave it a quick sharpen, not even like a full get out the stones sharpen. I just kind of like hit it with my weird little thing I bought when I lived in Japan, because I didn't know where to go in Japan to buy a knife sharpener. I also used like this thing where you slide the knife through a little bit. And this is like a better knife than any of the knives that I've purchased in the last 15 years. So, free knife to me. Get to keep something in the family a little bit longer. Turn off those mushrooms. Oh man, this smells so good. I would say it smells like a good barbecue sauce, not like one of those just sweet barbecue sauces, but like a good fermenty barbecue sauce. I mean, it's got what, 2 kinds of fermented beans, some fermented garlic words. some fermented garlic. Let's see, greens. Here's some of the greens that I made. Let's get a container. Hold on my reach. We'll put them into the container that I intend to eat my soup out of. Oh, this is another thing I acquired from my dad's house. They're very gross. They look like mice had pooped in them, but it's Pyrex. And so I scrubbed it out real good, and then I ran it through my dishwasher on a sanitize mode, and they were pretty good. Before I reach into this stuff, I am going to wash my hands one more time. Soap, 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 soap. Some soap my mom got me. It smells like, I don't know, Christmassy. It smells creamy and cinnamon, nutmeggy, you know, sweet spice Christmas. Smells it maybe like the bay rum type smell, a little bit coconutty. Okay. This is just a weight. Make sure that all the greens stay below the water line. Let's see. So this is some like pak choi type stuff that I grew. And yeah, it looks like all of this is pak choi. I also pickled up some kale that I grew. Yeah, it's funny. So here's a piece that had started flowering. I pickled that as well. Whoa. Precarious. Precarious. Doo-doo-doo. Put these guys away. Hi there, mushrooms. They got the flippy floppies. They're just in there kind of bouncing around. Stir it up, little darling, stir it up. Boom, 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 boom. Been a long, long time since I had you on my mind. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cat hair. Maybe. Ooh, that's funky juice. Funky, funky. See, I don't know. What other kind of life updates are there? Unemployed. Luckily, my time doing budgeting stuff made it so that I could have a moment and think and be unemployed for a little while and not just jump back to another job that wanted to kill my soul. Not that the jobs wanted to kill my soul. I just needed to I just needed some time. Spinach, right? Spinach. Some frozen peas and carrots. Forrest and Jenny, right? Weren't they like peas and carrots? They just go together. Back to the freezer. That is not a lot of liquid compared to how much stuff is in there. I believe the mushrooms are ready to be added. And I'm going to add the mushroom juice too down to the bottom. I mean, not the whole entire thing, because there's almost always some grit that comes out. Especially with the wild harvest mushrooms. It's very rich. Looks like tea. Pretty minimal chunky stuff. Sachu over cho. Nice. Might need to add more. The gochujang stuff, that spinach really took over the smell. Let's see. Let's add some beef paste. Some better than. I know that beef paste isn't stirred in yet, but salt tastes good. The onion is there. Garlic is observed. See? Want to see what's inside the pot? Let's see? Yeah, it looks like a quick pot of soup. Stirring with my left hand feels very weird. Okay. Stop looking at my dirty stove. You, it's getting there. Look at my microwave. I cleaned this yesterday. Here, you can come stare at how clean my microwave is. Look at that gleaming whiteness. Okay, that thing looks dirty, but I promise I cleaned it too. Look, it's a gleaming white microwave. Not looking for progression or perfection, just progress and maintainable progress. This is going to be a lot of soup. That bowl's going to be way too small. That's okay. Okay, let's get this guy up to a boil. Put your lid on. You can put your lid on. Right? You go hat on. But don't leave your socks on. That's just weird. Dun, 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 Where, oh, where could that tape be? Trying to keep my noodles away from me. There it is. Oh, man. Look at all the tape. Isn't it neat? But without the tape, my meal would be complete. I want to eat some noodles. Oh, I promise I took my Adderall today. Why do rice noodles always have such a peculiar smell? We'll go for 2 bundles. That should suffice. This reminds me of anybody remember those big shredded wheat biscuits that you had to break up? Like these big pucks of shredded wheat. I was listening to podcasts called Sawbones, and they've gotten into like the history of cereal, problematic history of cereal, and yeah, it's kind of interesting. They're talking about how shredded wheat or Wheaties came to be. They've talked about the cornflakes and grape nuts, and it's a lot of it had a eugenic spin to it, a lot of purity talk. So, yeah, these cereals that are staples in American culture were not so innocent in their beginning. Although I suppose to them it felt like it was innocent, but we know better now. Hopefully we're doing better now. Are you to a boil yet? We're at a simmer. Simmer. And it returns quickly. Let's give you a little bit more water. Float them meatballs. Float, 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 float. I also recently washed my sink. I haven't washed my stove, but I washed my sink, so like it's not perfect, but it was like growing things in it, because that's what not having routines does. Okay, nudes in. Nudes, please. Rice noodles get so jumpy. All you have to do is touch them on something and then they launch across the room. Oh yeah, now that it's warmed up, I can smell the funks. That spinach is still very forward. I think I'm gonna add more of the beaten paste. No, more gochujang. Let's add some more gochujang. A little bit is good and a little bit more is still good. Shake, shake, shake your booty, shake it all around. Run your booty, run it all around. Shake, 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 Shanora, Sugar down. How do I have so many songs in my stored memory that just randomly pop up? But when confronted by somebody, I'm unable to talk. Even choir scales are in my head. In my head. In my head. Not a zombie. Okay, brain, what are we working on? We are trying to figure out how to get noodles into the bowl. Okay. Process it out loud. Process it out loud. Millions of noodles. Noodles for me. Millions of noodles. Noodles for me. Look out! Noodles come from a pan. They were put there by a woman. On a top. On my fingertips. Okay. The goal is to get all the noodles out. I mean, they'll just make for a really thick broth for the next time I make a broth. Come on. But their texture does not improve with time in water. Rice noodles are like that. Okay. Scoop some chunkies. Okay. Turn it off. Take it off that burner. Add the rest of this water to help cool you down. I don't know why I do that, but I always add a little bit more moisture. So now, I don't know why I did it in that order. Bowl of noodles. I'm gonna go eat noodles. Asian ingredients means Asian utensils. Do you guys know how to eat with chopsticks? I think I hold them wrong. But, I mean, wrong but effective. Whew. Piece of salty. Whew. That piece is salty. Obviously the preserved greens. Let's see. Let's go for a carrot. Sweet pea. Way more cooked pea. Yep. That one tasted mushroomy. Some noodles. There's a mushroom. Yep. This will fill me up. Holy cow, 50 minutes. A lot of talking. Have a good day, everybody.